How do you bridge the gap between an organization that is highly structured and prescriptive versus it sounds like you're somebody that thrives in a flexibility, figure it out sort of mode. So, how do you make those two things work together?
So a majority of the jobs that I held were outside sales. So it would probably be a little bit different in an inside sales role. So most of mine were outside sales. So the flexibility came for I was controlling my schedule. Usually I would come in 8 o'clock, and it's usually just to follow up on emails, print out some collateral, and then go out in the field and then do my prospecting. So I would go out there usually 10 to 12, and then I would go to lunch, go back out from usually from 1 to 3, go back out prospect, and then come back to the office, do a little bit of follow-up, set my schedule. So an outside sales is a little bit different. I have done some inside sales where, yes, it's a little bit more managed. There is a little bit more of a script you got to follow. So being with that script and that process, the inside sales role, what I would do is use what I was given, and I would dissect it, review it, practice it, rehearse it, go through the script, the call script, go through the process and system. I would use what I could use and adapt and implement my new strategies and processes that I knew would work. So I would implement a mixture of the company's system and my own system. Usually what happens is, as long as you're doing the role, as long as you're doing the calls, as long as you're doing the prospecting activity, it didn't really matter to the company on how I was getting it, as long as I was achieving the numbers, the calls, the prospecting, as long as I was doing my email outreach and all of that. So it was using what was there and then implementing what I knew worked, and including it into their strategy, their system, and using it. And I've never had a problem doing that, as long as, once again, the numbers are attained.